has got to be the most dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, the fact that they're willing to go back through just to find reason to fire people. That's really all it is. Also, we're going last. So let's try to avoid using actual names.
Yeah.
In discussing this, but yeah, and again, it's like when they got rid of me, and I keep going back to this. I don't want to make it sound like it's about me, but it's like I think everybody kind of realized that if they were willing to get rid of me for a situation that was very clearly not my fault, but then they want to basically make it out like I'm the dangerous one in the situation.
Yeah, they'll get rid of it.
They're gonna get rid of anybody they can.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened because, again, from my understanding, after they got rid of me, there was that whole situation where Seattle HQ came down.
Yeah.
And I think it was them and OSHA, right? And they basically chewed out the entire upper management. Yeah,
I kind of figured that too.
It was during a heat wave that following summer. This past summer, it was too hot in there and people were getting
I do remember that. Yes.
And apparently, they were getting cussed out so bad that people could hear it from the office. That's what our mutual friend told me.
Yeah.
And
I'm not surprised either.
Okay, everything's looking right. But yeah, no, it's like I'm sitting here looking through this. I need to bring up my little guide because I wouldn't need this for when I try to get through all the stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you go there.
Yeah.
And all you can really think of is that you get rid of basically one of because at the time it was me, you,
the other person, the other person I didn't talk about.
And 4 other people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, 3 other people that were basically keeping Amazon Charlotte afloat. It was I noticed when they got rid of me,
it went downhill.
Not only did it go downhill, but basically the entire Charlotte-Mecklenburg area's deliveries got delayed by a week for 3 solid months.
No, it did, bro. I'm telling you, because everybody was surprised. Everybody was upset. I was highly upset too.
You were pissed.
Yeah, I was pissed. I'm like,
you
what?
were pissed. I think Elliot and I think Els over there was I think he said he was basically cussing out everybody. I want to say, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But it was just a fact. That whole situation. I visually saw it from a distance, for a split second. But my point is that the other person that was in it too, I was like, what? I was like, hold on. How are y'all how are y'all coming up with this decision and not get rid of him? Because from what I saw from my perspective, is that person started first.
Yeah.
And then you just yelled. You didn't. I didn't hear no threats. I didn't hear nothing. But it's just the fact that they.
And the worst part is they never interviewed my witnesses.
Yeah.
They never interviewed any of my witnesses, and they just arbitrarily got rid of me.
Yeah, but it's just this whole structure that I guess they supposedly have is not making sense to me. You get rid of your good workers, even though we hate that job. You get rid of your good workers just to keep people who are lazy and kissing ass.
Well, the thing is that, and this come to my attention recently. A lot of the big tech companies have been making major layoffs. Amazon announced earlier this year, early January, that they're going to be laying off 70,000 people, just in terms of the big tech. They're not the ground-based workers. They're going to lay off more than that in that situation. Trust me on that one.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if the situation with our friend here is that they're trying to downsize even further, and they're basically, since even though we live in an at-will state, which is again why I couldn't fight my situation, and a majority of the states in North America, in the United States, are at will, as in the employer can basically find any reason they want to fire you, and you can't argue it at all.
But that's ridiculous to me, though.
I get that's ridiculous, but welcome to capitalism. And what they probably did was, we need to get rid of people. Let's start going through old case files and see if we can just find something to get rid of somebody with. Now, as far as calling the police on him, that was way too much.
Yeah,
Because what was it? What was the offense? Eating food in the back of one of the trucks 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was basically it.
Yeah, but they gave him a warning for that though.
They gave you a warning. But now you went back to that one and decided what they probably did.
Yeah.
What they probably did was they looked at that case, opened it again, and then applied it twice. That's probably what they did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because now I'll say for me, I haven't been written up, but I was talked to about the TVR issue that one time.
Oh yeah, they'll be looking at that pretty soon. I can guarantee you that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, what it is that a lot of these big tech companies are downsizing and whatnot because again, and I called this 2 fucking years ago. When you prioritize profit margins more than anything else and rely solely off of once every couple of election cycles you get one party in power that gives you a bunch of tax cuts and that's where you make your money from, you're basically admitting that you don't run a profitable business. So at some point when that money dries up or and you can't rely on actually paying people decent money to then use your goods and services, what's going to end up happening is you're just not going to have any money around.
Yeah.
Understanding is that apparently, I think Netflix is going to be downsizing pretty soon.
Yeah, no. They definitely, because the numbers were higher than Amazon's.
Actually, this happened. I think today actually. You know how I went on that tirade like 2 days ago during your run with Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Tuesday or Monday where I was going on this whole tirade about YouTube and hit CEO and whatnot. Apparently she's stepping down. And apparently the person replacing her could potentially be worse.
Oh, Jesus.
Because here's how it is, right? And again, nothing's been stated. Apparently they're not even having a CEO position now. What it is that I don't know. That this is what I'm. This is the developing story.
Yeah,
This is what I'm hearing. But apparently, Susan Wojcicki, who was the CEO, apparently has been with Google since its inception. Apparently, the two founders started their business out of her mom's garage.
Wow.
So yeah, so she's been in the business for a while. Under her, there was a lot of changes when she was the head of YouTube. She actually started the AdSense program for creators to get paid.
Yeah.
But under her, there was a lot of extra censorship. There's a lot of content curation, that kind of stuff, to the point of over curation. And it actually came to my attention that even though a lot of people point to PewDiePie as a big example, apparently there were people on the channel, on the platform, that were doing far worse than he was. The only issue is that he was the face of YouTube at the time when he did his shit.
Yeah, I do. I believe that. Yeah.
But the person that is coming in to effectively take over for her, at least right now, her understudy, is the person who basically started YouTube TV, YouTube Premium. The guy who's basically started turning YouTube into basically another cable platform.
Gotcha.
And the issue that one people, and I'll link you the video when I get a chance here.
All right.
That this couple talked about, because they've been in the business for a while. I didn't realize how long they've been in the business.
Mm-hmm.
They brought up the concern that basically he's going to try to turn, basically the term they used was turn YouTube into them too, i.e. is not going to be about the creators anymore. It's going to be about the big companies coming in and making it a streaming platform. I don't mean like live stream, like again, content creation, like TV, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, that's not a good idea. There are other competitors coming up now, from my understanding.
Yeah.
But I don't think personally that they're going to have the kind of draw that YouTube has now. One is heavily political, which, again, I know we get political on here every now and then, but that's just every now and then, and that's only if it's in regards to like something that is going to affect the industry we're in.
Yeah.
This content platform seems to be purely just politics. Another one just doesn't even have the infrastructure in place. So YouTube's pretty safe for right now. Again, this is just speculation. We don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? You might actually roll back some of the extreme curation that Susan did. I don't know. Or it might have what happened with Disney, where they're bringing back Bob Iger.
Yeah.
And he's talking about slowing down the amount of Marvel and Star Wars property, TV shows and content being put out. Like more, he said more moderation, more curation, make sure that the quality is there. Don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
But that's what they're talking about.
We'll see.
We will see. And then that's not even bringing up the point that maybe this whole conversation is going to be mute because there's a court case going to the Supreme Court that could basically just kill content creation altogether.
What you mean?
So there's about 4 court cases. Okay, we'll come with these going here. Okay, we'll go at the startup people. I was going to finish with the last one. But yeah, there's like 4 court cases going to the Supreme Court. One of which I think is going to be going in front of them pretty soon. And usually they dismiss these cases, but they've chosen to take it up.
Okay.
And what this case would do is it would get rid of Article 230, which basically is a stipulation, I think it was in the 1990s it was instituted. And it dictates that content platforms such as like Twitter, at the time Tumblr, MySpace, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, they cannot be sued for the content that third-party creators put to their site.
Okay.
Now this one of the court cases, the individual in question ended up, I think, taking their own life because they were radicalized by extreme terrorism, and the YouTube algorithm, they allege, recommended those videos that radicalized them. So they're suing YouTube for that, and if the Supreme Court rules in favor of the plaintiffs, which probably could consider as a heavy conservative leaning, conservatives have been trying to get rid of Article 230 for the last decade, especially during the Trump years, because a lot of content went up that was basically just criticizing Donald Trump the entire time.
Yeah.
And whether you love him or hate him, a lot of conservatives were not happy about that. They wanted to basically rein that in, forgetting that if they did do that, it would shoot them all in the foot too. But what would happen is that if they ruled to get rid of that Article 230, what would happen is that we would see either an extreme reaction and over moderation, like worse than what we're seeing now on all these content platforms. Because then they'd be liable to get sued for content we post, as well as us be liable to get sued. Yeah. Or they don't do anything and just let it run rampant and just make the situation worse. Yeah. And there's another one that I need to go back and look at the video again. But essentially, it's a lose situation. Like the only way that we get out of this succinctly is if in all 4 of these lawsuits that are pending to go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court rules in favor of the tech company. And I don't see that happening.
me either, just from the sound of it. So
we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed.
Man, it's just a lot of crazy stuff happening. Do you see why, for me, my standpoint, I'm really trying to get this up and running.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you can never have all your eggs in one basket.
No.
Now here's the thing, right? Even if they do rule in favor of one of these people, what would end up happening, in my opinion, and people don't really take this into account. Let's say the Supreme Court rules in favor of the people that are making the complaints about the big tech companies and whatnot. Yeah. And they repeal Article 230. What would then happen is that there would be an over inundation of lawsuits to the point where it would basically bankrupt all of these big companies, And then they would probably, and then at that point, there'd be a dawning realization that, oh crap, they've been too integrated into the system that if they fall apart, we have no way to replace them.
Jesus, wow.
So that's why I don't think it'd be that big a deal. But again,
yeah,
you never know. Yeah, let's go ahead and start and continue this. I'm going to be using this guide to try to get the rest of the
What, like the rest of the swords?
Yeah, not the rest of the life upgrades.
Yeah.
There's a grand total of 9, from my understanding. We have 2 of them. So here's how this works. Actually, no. I think I might actually have 3 of them. So here's how this is gonna work.
Okay.
I'm going to follow the guide verbatim.
Okay. All right.
So even if I've already gotten the upgrades,
yeah.
I'm still gonna go to the areas where they are. So if you're following along from home, you can go ahead and use this as a guide to find all of the health upgrades / water tokens. Now, it's important to note that the guide I'm using basically says if you don't have any health upgrades at all at this point, you're still good. All you need is the Scorpion Sword. Yeah, as long as you have the Scorpion Blade, you can get all the upgrades.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
And I will be pointing out in my own special way when we get to areas where you can, where you could have gotten the upgrade earlier.
Okay.
So that way, again, let's say you're following along from here, or for some reason, because I'm probably going to tag this video Water Sword Guide. You can basically use it to start your own, start from the beginning and kind of get them organically through a natural playthrough.
Yeah.
It's also good practice when I finally do this on my main channel, because I do try to play through a lot of these games before I do before I do it on the main channel, so I know what the hell I'm talking about. That's just me.
Gotcha. I feel like I want us to set a goal for as far as how many people will follow us before the end of this year.
Well, we gotta get to at least 50.
Yeah, but I do want to get to a point where like we reach 300, and the only reason why I'm saying that is that way that'll bring more people in, but that'll give us a better chance at making this full time.
Yeah. Because
I really want to make this full time, because you never know what will happen.
Oh yeah.
So it's just that's why I think that's why mainly for me, I'm not impatient, but I'm just so dedicated to this that I want us to really put our blood, sweat, and tears in this. Because I do want to make this full time. I do. Because once that happens, I'm not looking back.
The hell am I again? Back. Okay, I need to get to the throne room.
Okay, so you're... Wow.
Yeah, so... Well, I won't say the throne. I just need to get to that main area thing. So what the hell is this?
Yeah, but
okay, that's just a warning.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's nothing too crazy. Close that. Okay, so everything's still running fine. Okay, so it's been a minute since I've done this. I kind of forget how everything kind of interconnects to itself.
And honestly, that map is not helping either.
It's not, and all granted, it's like an early 2000s map.
Yeah.
And a lot of maps were very hit or miss. Not during this time period.
Yeah.
You either had a really good one or a really bad one. Yeah, so that's not going to do me any good. So I can't go down that way, so I think I gotta go back down here. I gotta go back down here. Okay. Yes, I think so. I think where I messed up earlier is that I decided to kind of go through here.
Yeah.
And I probably should not have, but you live and you learn.
True.
This actually might be the way to the throne room. Just right to get to. I think this is it. Okay, this should be it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, we're on the right half now.
All right.
And I was right. You can get back to the very first water token you could probably get.
Mm-hmm.
So if they tied this to a hidden area and then they made the world somewhat open world, it would make very little sense to.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
God damn. Sorry about that.
No, you good.
Sometimes sneezing at that. That's annoying. I don't know what brings them on.
Well, I think it's the weather, bro. Let me be honest with you. I think it's the weather. But what was I going to say? If y'all have any recommendations or any games y'all probably want us to play, either on the Xbox, is it the first Xbox?
This is the original Xbox.
Yeah, the original Xbox or the PS5. Let us know.
I have the original Xbox 360, PS5, Switch,
yes,
and Wii.
Yeah, so on any of those consoles, please let us know. Because I've already done a poll already, which I was very surprised about, but okay. On what people had wanted me to play, so that was very interesting.
Oh, what was it?
They had picked God of War Ragnarok out of which one did I? What other games I put in there?
Sorry about that.
No, you good. No, I did. The poll. It was God of War Ragnarok, Modern Warfare 2, the Callisto Protocol, and some other game. I can't remember what it was. But they wanted me to play God of War Ragnarok. I said okay, well, y'all decided, so I will play that.
Ooh, excuse me.
No, you good.
Again, I don't know what is it. I'm not sure if the weather is just all the dust from work, but
no, I think it's no. If it's the dust from work, my dude, yeah, I think it's that. Yo, what's up, Black Boy?
What's up, man?
I don't know if you were in here just now. I said if there's any suggestions that you want us to play, either on the Nintendo Switch.
Sorry about that.
No, you good. Or PS5 or Xbox 360. Let us know in the comments down below. Cause I myself did a poll already. People want me to do God of War Ragnarok, which I will play after I do Cold War and Modern Warfare 2. So that's coming soon. But yeah, if you have any other games, I will add those to our list, and then we'll go from there. Cause I know we already have some games already set and everything. So, but we'll add them to the list. And right now, Brad is playing the Prince of Persia right now. So, we will certainly. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah. Appreciate it. Because, like I said, he's doing Prince of Persia today and tomorrow, and I'm doing Cold War Monday and Tuesday. So, this should be very interesting. But I wanted to see him play this again because we had the toughest time trying to find where exactly to go into one of these locations of this castle because it's so huge and the map was shit. So right now
putting it mildly.
Yeah. I mean that's the best way to put it. So right now he's found the exact route he needs to take, but so far making progress.
Yeah. So for those of y'all who are joining us, what I'm doing is I mentioned earlier. I'm going to mention it again. Well, if people have more questions, but what I'm doing is I'm trying to get the best ending / the actual ending for Prince of Persia for Sands of Time because I remember, for those of y'all who don't know, I told the story back in the Sands of Time run through we did.
Yeah.
I never got to beat Warrior Within because at the time I had a friend who was secretly stealing games from me, and what he would do is he would go in, he would take the disc out of the case, and then he would go around selling them to other people. I don't know what happened to the guy. Half of me wonders if because I remember he didn't have a good relationship with his mom, and I think he ended up getting killed.
Oh Jesus! Well,
because again, I didn't live in that kind of neighborhood. I'm not gonna lie.
I believe
actually,
that.
Still do.
I believe that.
And the guy again, he went around stealing from a lot of people. And he ended up lending the disc or something to somebody. I found it, and when I got the disc back, the individual he had lent it to had scratched the disc so bad that it looked like he had put it through a blender.
Jesus.
So I couldn't play it. I was so furious. The only reason why I don't lend my shit out to nobody, like at all, I don't lend nothing. Oh boy.
Oh Jesus. Oh,
Wombo combo. Okay.
No, but he's not lying about it. He's not lying about it either.
So I never got to beat War of N or Two Thrones.
Yeah.
But I do remember when I was playing War of N. This was back during the days of game winners and these other cheat sites that would help you get through games.
Yeah.
I knew that there was a secret ending, but I wasn't certain how to get to it. I just knew that there was how they described it was you need these water tokens. I didn't know what water tokens were at the time. Turns out the water tokens are just the life upgrades.
Oh.
So what I decided to do is what's we look for here? What I decided to do was doing this. I remember that I had to look it up, see what to do to get where I need to get to, and I found a guide that basically said if you have gotten to this point in the game and you found no life upgrades, don't worry, you can still get all of them. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm trying to do this in such a way to where if people are following along back at home, they can use this as a way to get all the tokens. And yes, even though I have nope.
Jesus.
And even though I have gotten a few, I want to show where you can get those tokens from. I want to show you how to get those. Well, at least where they are. So now this one I think you have to have waited for the to get the scorpion blade.
Oh, for real?
Yes, this one I think you have to do on this backtracking if you haven't gotten anything yet. This is one of those you have to wait to find it kind of things.
Oh Jesus.
So let me go ahead and get over here. Luckily we're at a point where I have a blade that will one-shot basically everybody in this section. So this should be pretty a pretty smooth run.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's not here. Excuse me, lady.
I'm not.
I also forgot that there were hidden weapons in this game.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, there aren't many of them, and I forget exactly what makes them so special. But I do know that of the 4 you can get, only one of them is a legitimately like serious blade. The other ones are like joke weapons.
Yeah.
So the first one you could have gotten, you actually have to do this one during a Dahaka chase sequence. And for those of you who don't remember, the Dahaka is that giant black monster thing that chases you periodically while you're in the past.
Sure. Yes.
So you have to basically we are at the point now where we have basically killed Kainalina, found out she was the Empress of Time, and we are and we have gone through that tomb. We have to find this thing called the Wraith Mask, I think it is. Either way, we have to find this weapon. Find this mask, and while you're in that tomb where you find out about this, you get chased by the Hawk 3 times. Well, in the section where you have to basically go through like this, it's this section where you basically have like a split path decision to take, and you have to go left, and the weapon is on this rack that you have to basically go off to the side to grab, and you either grab it in time and don't get killed by the beast, or you do grab it in time and get killed by the beast. Either way, and the weapon is a giant white glove.
Oh, for real?
Like a Mickey Mouse glove.
Black Boy Deadpool game. I wouldn't mind doing that.
I'm not doing that one. You can take that one.
I haven't played none of them, so I don't know what.
There's only one Deadpool game that I know of, unless you want to lump in the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games.
Okay, yeah, because
Deadpool is in, I think, both of them. I want to say.
Okay, yeah, because I honestly, Black Boy, I'm not joking. I don't know any. I'm not joking. I don't know any I don't know any Deadpool games. I don't. Except the one he just mentioned, Marvel Alliance. If there's a Deadpool game, we might play it. Like I said, we'll see. But like I said, we'll add it to a suggestion, and then what we do is we'll make a poll and everything, and then whatever you guys.
I mean, we're probably gonna do it eventually, but I'm not playing it because that's actually the game that turned me off of Deadpool. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh Jesus! X-Men Origins Wolverine. Oh Jesus!
I'll play that one.
Oh, I'm surprised you said that.
It's better than the movie, but not by much.
No, that's true. But I'm just very surprised you said that. I could see. I thought honestly, I thought you was like, nope, no, ain't no way.
No, X-Men Origins Wolverine is not a game that I'm vehemently against. As a matter of fact, I played through and beaten that game like 4 times.
Yeah, same here. I played it too. What I do love is how you can like aim and lock onto your enemies, and then kill them.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Now I don't know if we had talked about this. I do know one of us is playing Gears of War. I think it was me.
Yeah, because I've never played Gears of War. I really want to. I plan on getting the original run on 360. I don't think I'm going to get 4 or 5 because I don't have an Xbox. I don't have an Xbox Series X, so
yeah,
that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, cause I Black Boy, my brother and I had X-Men Origins Wolverine, and it was okay. Like Brad said, for me at the time, it was way better than the movie. So we were playing like crazy. I don't know why, but we were. And
it was a legitimately good beat 'em up. It was a legitimately good hack and slash.
Yeah, it was. It really was. So yeah, because I've already played it 4 or 5 times. I will tell you this as far as for me wise, you will be seeing more of horror games on my end. And probably the closest thing to horror with Brad you're gonna see is Dead Space.
You're gonna see Dead Space and Fatal Frame.
Yeah. Which
is shocking because Fatal Frame is a goddamn terrifying series. Never actually played the game. I only have the Fatal Frame Made in the Blackwater.
Yeah.
Which was the most recent release in the series.
Yeah.
But the actual Fatal Frame. So imagine a Japanese horror movie as a video game.
Oh, that's pretty scary.
So yeah, that would be my second horror game.
Yeah.
That I would play.
Now there is a game. It's not a horror game, but it does require both of us to play. So
what's it called?
Oh jeez, what's going on? Hold on, let me find it real quick. But let me answer your question real quick, and then I'll get back to Brad. Answer his question. Horror, so like Until Dawn or Resident Evil, yes.
I wouldn't mind doing Resident Evil.
Okay, well, he can do Resident Evil, and then I would do Until Dawn.
Because I think it'd be interesting because your experience with Resident Evil basically begins and ends with the movies, right?
Yes, yes, and the animation movies too as well.
So my Resident Evil experience basically, I have not played any of the games, but I know the story basically front to back just via being that curious about it. And I've seen two.
Yeah.
Two of the animated movies. A long time ago, back when they were on Netflix, back when Netflix was the king of streaming. But yeah, I saw those two, and I remember thinking like this has nothing to do with the movies. I mean, this has nothing to do with the games.
Yeah.
But they're surprisingly okay, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my experience with them.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so here we go.
Let's see.
Oh yeah. Going back to the joke weapon. So one's a glove. One's a Mickey Mouse glove.
Okay.
The other one's a flamingo.
Flamingo.
A flamingo, like a garden gnome flamingo.
Okay.
The other one is a teddy bear. And the last one is a glowing sword. And I do know where all of them are. I'm not going to go out my way to get them. I'm really not. The only one that I'm going to get will be the glowing sword because I think it's the last one. Cause I want to say that one's in a section coming up, and I think I can get it.
Yeah.
Because again, all the secret weapons are actually on the required path.
Yeah.
As long as you know where to go to get them, and they're all on weapon racks. But you can't see them because the weapon racks don't have those kind of detailed textures. Let me make this quick. Okay, I did not get that time down right.
Oh, A Way Out. That's what's called, A Way Out.
Way out.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of this one.
Yeah.
Is it an indie one or is it?
Yeah. It's an indie game, but it's literally like the screen is split screen, and you'll be playing one character, I'll be playing the other character. And that game is recommended like two people have to play that game.
It sounds a lot like Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
I haven't heard of that one.
So this one was an experimental indie game. It's from my understanding, and it looked like a pretty interesting game. I actually have it on my Xbox.
Yeah.
How it works is that you each take control of one of two brothers, an older brother and a younger brother. And how it is that we have to share a controller.
Oh wow!
So you would get one half of a controller, I get the other half, and that's how I play the game.
Interesting.
So let's say, so basically so I hold like this, you hold like this, and this is how we play the game.
Oh no! No.
Like this half is you, this half is me.
There's no way.
So surprisingly, it's not that. I don't think it's that combat oriented. I think it's mostly a puzzle solver.
Either way, I don't care. That's still crazy. I would never do that.
Okay, so here's our first life upgrade that we can get to. And this one, ironically, I think we have to wait until we have the Scorpion Blade because you still have to break through that iron cage
to get
to the box.
Gotcha.
So this one might be like the 9th one that you would end up getting. Now the thing about the life upgrades as opposed to how they were done in Sands of Time, is that in Sands of Time all you had to do was just keep your eye open and look for the hidden rooms and stuff, and you would find a life upgrade. This one you have to do, you have to basically not only find like the location of them, but then you have to go through this obstacle course to get to it. And man, but luckily when you get done with it, the obstacle course deactivates. Now I'm gonna go ahead and look up the next one.
No, you good. So yeah, I'm gonna add that game to the list because I'm actually curious to see how we would do together playing that game. I think it'd be hilarious to see.
Dead Space 3 is also co-op, but it's one of the worst in the series.
That's what I've been hearing.
Because it's not a horror game; it's just an action shooter. They remove all the survival horror elements that made the first 2 games really good.
Well, Jesus, what's the point of that then?
EA wanted some money.
Yeah, everybody wants money.
Money. Anyway,
I cannot believe they actually put that song on. What's that man's name? Donald Trump show.
I can. I 100% can.
Jesus, she moved quick.
Yeah, I didn't think she was spawned. There we go. Now,
see, I would have fell off. Oh, and Black Void, if you're still in here too, let you know I will be playing the whole Uncharted series too.
Oh, that'd be interesting to see. That actually is a series I have been curious to see in action. I actually don't know anything narrative-wise about that game other than that Nathan Drake is just male Lara Croft.
Yeah, but I think now I might be biased, but I really analyzed the story and the character, and I think for the character, I love how how he changed as a person over the few games over the past years. So you see how he developed as a character and as a person and evolved so much. So I love that, and I just love going on this journey with him as creative sound. And I actually felt like at the time, this is no lie, I felt like these people were real to me. It broke my heart when that franchise ended. Like,
I thought it was still going. I know they ended his story, but I thought it was still going with another set of characters.
Well, I mean, they did a side story with Chloe and somebody else. I can't mention that because it's gonna kind of ruin one of the games a little bit.
Okay.
But actually no. Actually no, it won't. Okay, no, it won't. But it's Chloe and Nadine. Okay. But that's another story. So, my thing is, I can understand why. And it hasn't been confirmed yet, but I haven't heard anything as far as whether or not they're making another Uncharted. I kind of want them to, but at the same time I don't, because I don't want them to just do it just to do it. I really want them to put, like, if they do plan on doing it one day, I want them to put as much effort as they did in all the other ones, because they were terrific.
So, we'll come in real quick. So, the water token we're about to get right now is actually the very first one we could have gotten.
Oh, Jesus.
So, remember that fight where we had to fight Homegirl in the thong with the two blades?
Yes.
The second time?
Yes.
We're at the arena now. As you can see, we can't get back up to there. But they did think about that. Here's a slab that you can use to get back to that arena. Get out of here. Are you serious?
Yes. How did we miss this?
Because, and I'll show you how. Because it actually makes a lot of sense that you wouldn't think to do this, because the way to get into it is not something you would consider to be like the traditional way to do it. Yeah. If that makes any sense?
Nah, I got you. Yeah.
Let me double check to make sure I got this right, because again, I think because there's an HDMI cable and not a classic component cable, I can't actually see the intended color, so that's why everything's kind of darker now. And that's something that did dawn on me a little while ago. Yeah, and Black Boy. Let me tell you, I haven't played Uncharted in a while, but it's a good franchise. I would suggest if you do plan on playing it, or you want to see it, stay tuned, because I will be doing that, and The Last of Us 2. So what I'm thinking about doing is that if you're going to do the Uncharted franchise, I'm going to see if I can't time it to where I can do a couple of Tomb Raider franchises at the same time.
Okay, nice, perfect.
So we gotta have that symmetry going.
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay, so I gotta go here and leap of faith.
You're joking me. Are you serious? Get out of here.
Now here's why we probably missed it, because if you don't pay attention, there actually is this bar here.
You're joking. Are you serious?
Yep.
I thought this was a statue.
Same here.
Oh my god.
And here's where your first life upgrade would be.
Wow, we missed this completely.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now that's horrible. Oh, I need to see if I got my thing. I gotta figure out what's going on with my flat my low pressure light, and I've already put air in it.
You still using that donut?
No. Mm-mm.
What it probably is if it's like my car, in your settings, there should be and you have to ask somebody where to go, or you can Google it.
Yeah.
If you know the make and model of your car.
Correct. Yeah.
There should be a calibration sensor on your center console, like on your digital display.
Yeah.
And you go to your settings, you go to that calibration, and then it tells the sensor, okay, go ahead, recalibrate, resense where my air is at, and it should fix that. That's probably what that is.
Let me see, cause I'm sorry, y'all, that was random, but it just been in my mind all day, cause this is no lie, and I'm not kidding you when I said this. I literally just filled this up just a couple minutes ago before I got over here to the appropriate PSI, and it still was saying the light was still on.
And you got your tire fixed last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So again, what's probably happened is, again, we've had a couple of cold snaps. Cold snaps will suck the air out of your tire as well as kill your batteries in your car.
Yeah.
And when that happens, if you do put air back in your tires, certain cars, not all cars, but certain cars, have a manual reset where you have to manually recalibrate the air.
I hate that.
Right. Before we continue, let me see what our homeboy's talking about here.
Yeah.
He said,
I would answer his questions too. Why you were doing that?
That Alien game, years old, came out. My boy played it over, rented it from Redbox. Are you talking about Alien Isolation, Black Void? Or are you talking about a different Alien game? Because there have been a couple of Alien games.
Yeah.
There's also a Predator versus Alien versus Human Marine game that actually seems pretty dope, but I don't know how to get a hold of it. Okay. Oh, thank God. So now, as you can see, looking at the life bar here, we actually have most of the We actually already have most of the live.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So we actually did pretty good. I know that I did go off and do a few on the side. I do need to. When we go back to get one of them, I'll point out where it was.
Okay.
But yeah, we're doing pretty good so far.
Yeah. And actually, you know what? Let me do this for Amazon, so I can add this to my list. Cause I'm gonna do this for myself too. I'm gonna make a video game list.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
Yeah.
And put all the games in there, so that way I won't forget.
Head to the place where the hawk will chase you for the first time. Okay. Hello, Spikes. Now, as far as this goes, I don't think this is an HDMI graphical glitch. I think it's just because this is an older game, and I have glitched a couple of things in here. And older games, like pre-2000s, tend to glitch in random ways more often than not.
Correct, yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably what it is.
By the way, Black Boy said yes. Yes, the alien one you just said, Alien Isolation.
Okay, so with that one, I don't know if I would do that, because that game would terrify the hell out of me. So your Alien Isolation, you can play in one of two ways. We can either play that as a basic traditional sit down on the couch play kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or we can do it in VR.
Oh hell no! I'm not doing that. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. I'm saying me. I'm not doing that.
I don't know if I could do that.
I can't. No. Let me tell you, and I will finish what I'm about to say. But let me ask you. The noise. Is you said where the noise is coming from the controller. It probably was. But yeah, because it's probably just the controller pads. Just what you're hearing. That little clicking noise. That's just by the controller pads. But as far as Alien Isolation, they done it so well to a point where it doesn't matter if you do play it on VR or on your cell phone. It is still nerve-wracking.
I know that me and you're going to do Left 4 Dead 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Because both those games, okay, let's go get a little bit into game development here for those of you who might be interested in that. So let's start with Left 4 Dead to kind of ease us into the concept first. Left 4 Dead has something called the AI Director.
Yeah.
So how the AI Director works is that let's say you're playing Left 4 Dead, and Left 4 Dead is a horde-based zombie shooter, zombie survivor shooter.
Okay.
And let's say you are what's the word here? You're having a very easy go of it. You're basically surviving. You're high on supplies, high on ammo. You're basically doing pretty good. The AI Director will go, hold my beer, and throw a massive horde at you, cut down on the amount of supplies you get, and then increase the amount of special infected that attack you.
Get out of here, you serious?
That was the draw of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. The AI Director basically made sure that no two playthroughs of the same level were exactly the same. It always kept you on your toes. Actually, something similar happened, and this is one thing I do know about Uncharted. Something similar happens with Uncharted. Anytime you come out of cover, the first two bullets that come past your head are always programmed to miss.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. The idea was to constantly give you that on the edge of your seat, you're just barely scraping by kind of thing. So the first two shots, don't gotta worry about. They're never gonna hit you. Every shot after that though, good luck. And now for Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation, the alien that you're dealing with actually has two brains. One brain is the main alien. It's the main alien body. It's the main xenomorph. Which, fun fact, it's never actually called a xenomorph in the movies. It's never actually called a xenomorph in the movies. It's just called that by fans and stuff. But yeah, the alien doesn't know where you are and is constantly looking for you. The other brain always knows where you are, and it's constantly feeding hints and clues to the alien to help it find you.
Wow.
Yeah, and I gotta admit, that's some pretty clever programming.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that. It's like you think you're outsmarting this creature, but then it turns out, no, the game always knows where you are. The creature technically always knows where you are. It's just that the thing is making it difficult for it to find you easily.
Gotcha.
So there's a little bit of game development for you guys, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
If one of you guys ask, no, I don't think we're going to play Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, fuck that.
Not because I think it's a bad series, but because the horror of it is just the jump scares.
Yeah.
There's no lasting horror with it that I feel like would be interesting. It's just if you want cheap jump scares, and it's been done to death.
Yeah.
It's been done to death.
And Black Void, yeah, no, I'm being dead serious. There's no fucking way in hell you can pay me to play Alien Isolation in VR. I'm not doing that. No. Mm-mm.
I thought the horror master wouldn't mind a little bit.
Okay. Look now. If I'm going to play this shit, you going to play it too.
No, and honestly, that's why I was thinking about it. It's like depending on how we do that, what might end up having to happen is depending on what we get it on. Because I'm thinking what we can do.
Yeah.
Is if we get it on traditional platforms, I'll let you take that. When we get it on VR, I'll do it.
Yeah, cause like I said, that thing is scary. I haven't even finished the game on my phone. It is so nerve-wracking.
Wait, how the hell do you have Alien Isolation on your goddamn phone? Your phone shouldn't be that powerful.
Oh, it's that powerful.
It really should. I mean, okay. Granted, I can understand the gigabyte space regard to have it. It shouldn't be that big in terms of a file.
No,
but to run the programming and to do all the stuff,
right,
that shouldn't be possible. Yeah, holy crap, it's on there.
Yeah, see, told you.
Huh. The future is now.
What do you think about Matthew play? Wait. What do you think about Matthew play the purple guy in the FNAF?
You mean Michael Lillard?
Oh yeah. Matthew Lillard. Yeah. We actually talked about that last week, I believe. For me, I actually think he's a fantastic person.
So fun fact, I completely forgot that Michael Lillard. Kind of spoiler alert if you haven't seen Scream. I forgot that he was the actual slasher villain.
Yeah, he was.
I forgot about that. But most people know him as Shaggy. So having him play William Afton, aka the Purple Guy, and since he's confirmed for 3 more movies, about 3 movies total. I can see it. I can see it. Depending on how they do it, I can see it. I'm not going to say no to it, but I do have my concerns for that movie overall because of the way that FNAF has told its story. FNAF has Scott Cawthon, and again, I respect the guy immensely. Regardless of his political beliefs, I do respect the guy immensely because again, this is literally a last chance Hail Mary shot in the dark success story. Yeah. And you gotta admire him for it. He fell into the Disney trope of expanded universes. Let's see. Let me see here. Let's read these comments here before I finish that up. Let's do. Yeah. Okay. So again, he can. So the best illustrate my point is to actually again go back to Star Wars again, beat that dead horse again. Star Wars pre-Disney had an expanded universe. It was a very much beloved expanded universe until idiots in charge decided to change it. And what they did was how the story was is that the movies were very much about Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
But the games and expanded universe were about different characters. It was a chance to tell different stories. You didn't have to know the stories to understand the movie. You didn't have to know what was going on in the other stuff to get what was going on in the main story. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why it was a very beloved thing, because when they would throw you bones, throw you hints, give you like a kind of like a, hey, for those of you who've read the books or played the games, do you recognize this? It's like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. And it's just a small superfluous detail that just makes things a little bit more fun for the fans, It gets people more interested in the universe and gets people to buy into the extra stuff you could get from there. However, when Disney got a hold of it, they decided that, oh, you like expanded universe stuff, huh? Well, what do we make it where you have to buy all the merchandise to get what's going on in the main story? And people didn't jive with that. Because sometimes you would outright contradict the stuff you made mandatory to get, and it just didn't help. Now, Scott Cawthon, to his credit, he's a massive troll. Like, he loves playing practical jokes on his fan base, to the point where he would hide critical information about the story in the source code of his website.
Oh, Jesus. It was that bad? Good Lord.
It was mostly for, like, theorists and stuff. And to be fair, they were pretty fun, but it's like, he would basically, like, fast forward through important, like, plot developments to do this.
Yeah.
And then sometimes his plot elements would contradict each other. Like, he made a 4th game that was supposed... So the first 3 games were meant to be just a 3-game trilogy. He didn't like how the reception to the jump scare of the 3rd game. So he made the 4th game. And the 4th game added some stuff to the story to kind of like spin it out, but it didn't. Like, people didn't find all the stuff as fast as he wanted. Yeah. So he made a 5th game to correct for that.
Oh, jeez.
And it's just like it. God. Anyway, say as someone who's not played the game, I'm just mostly interested in the story because I find it fascinating how he did it. It's just one of those things where it's like, I'm worried because who's in that? We have. Oh, that's you. Okay.
Yeah, I was coming when he said.
So now we have the movie, which is set to, okay, we're going to have some familiar characters that we know. Okay, this makes sense. And then he's like bringing in characters that will happen later in the timeline, and then a whole new characters that replace characters that they've already had character for. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So yeah, I have my reservations.
We will see what he does.
I mean, I'm hoping it's good. I do not actively wish a fan base to have a bad entry or have a bad experience, but it's like, you gotta admit that there are some things that he does that's like, why?
True.
Right. So give me a sec here. I gotta see where this next one is.
No, you good.
So we've already got the first one we could get. This one is, depending on what you need to do to get it, this might actually have been the second one we could have gotten.
For real?
Yes, but we have to go back to where we were first chased by the Dahaka.
Okay. Oh, I might play the Batman Telltales. I forgot about that.
Okay.
I just forgot. Wait a minute. No. Wait. Actually, let me ask you a question. Would that tie into what you're doing for the series, for the Batman series?
No.
Oh, okay.
Telltale is its own completely different thing.
Oh, okay. No, the reason no. I was looking at it as, okay, he's played Batman, so would he add that Batman game to that too?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay, I was just making sure and everything. That's all.
Yeah, that Batman and Arkham are their own completely separate things.
Gotcha. Telltale.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop down. So I'm just gonna drop down here. And then I got wall run.
So stupid question too. On
No such thing as stupid questions, only stupid people.
Yes. The PS4 games does work on PS5, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
For the most part, I don't think PS4. I don't think there's a PS4 game that doesn't work on PS5.
All right, perfect. Just wanted to make sure because I'm adding a bunch of stuff to my list. This is not a game.
Well, I would hope it is. That's what we're playing.
Yeah, it's I've already got about 8 games so far. This is gonna be a huge list. This is not a game.
Okay, let me see if I got this just right.
That's what it's called. Okay, that's what I need to add this.
Okay. I gotta time this just right.
Yeah, what is another game I'm trying to think of? I need to add.
Oh wait, I need to do it like this. So.
Oh, the Dark Tales. That's what it's called. Was it called the Dark Pictures Anthology? That's what it's called.
Oh. Okay.
Jesus. I need to add all these games to my collection.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Luckily, I saved right here, so it's not that big a deal.
Dark Pictures. Yeah, this is way better than the movie.
Was it not?
This game is way better than the movie.
Oh, okay.
I still stand by that.
Yeah, and again, it's like so for those of you who weren't here when we did the Prince of Persia playthrough, which again I gotta get around to editing those again and putting those up. The X's experience with Prince of Persia begins and ends with the Disney movie.
Yeah.
Mine begins and ends with the games.
Yeah.
Even though I've not beaten both games all the way through.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, a lot of stuff that's happened in War Within I have been legitimately surprised about. So over here. When I showed him what the original Sands of Time script was, like what that original game was about,
yeah,
he was very surprised.
Yeah, 100% surprised because I didn't know this was it. I thought he was joking, and Brad does not joke on rare occasions.
I make stupid jokes.
Yeah, stupid jokes. But when he said about something, oh, he means it.
Because I remember when we were first starting up this channel, these channel ideas. I remember you had mentioned you saw it, and I was trying. I remember I was trying to get like a read on like
on what I knew about Prince of Persia and whether or not. All right, sounds good, Blackboard. But yeah.
Yeah, it was less about what you knew about Prince of Persia and more about like how, like what your general feel on that movie was.
Yeah.
Because I knew that depending on because my thing was like, okay, depending on how he answers this question, I will know if the movie was
bad.
Is worth watching, is like true to form, or if it's just a cash grab.
Yeah, I literally gave him my honest opinion. I was like, to me, it was entertaining. But it wasn't like the first time we played the first Prince of Persia. It was nowhere close to that. And when I started mentioning him to certain actors that were in this movie, he was like, "Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?" And when I told him the main character's name in here, here's the funny part about this. In the game Prince of Persia, he has no name.
No. He has a name. The running gag is we never hear it.
Okay, my bad. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So
the one time he's asked for his name is by Farrah. And Farrah asks what his name is, and he's about to actually say it, and then they get interrupted, and from then on, it's never brought up again.
So what ended up happening was when I told him in the movie they called him Prince Dastan. He was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yes. That's how I knew the movie sucked.
and when I told him that Ben Kingsley played his uncle, he was like, "Are you serious again? Are you fucking kidding me?" His uncle, really? And when he came onto the part in the first Prince of Persia, and the way that his uncle was acting in that one, it was nowhere close to the movie.
What's the thing? He doesn't have a fucking uncle in the game.
Oh, well, who's that? Who's that old?
We were talking about the vizier, and you said they made the vizier his uncle, and I'm like,
oh yeah, that's right.
Uncle,
yes,
the vizier's a traitor.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. And he was like, dear God, I can't believe they messed with like, but I'm not surprised.
Because it's like. Yeah, again, I'm not surprised because, again, it was adapted by Disney. It was a prince. It had a prince in it, so obviously Disney was going to basically Disneyfy it.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so I think you actually have to go through where the Hawker broke in. That might actually be. Now I get that the thing is desaturated and whatnot. And I think again that might be a glitch because the video I am following a video guide right now to kind of help us get through to make the kind of streamline this. But the video guide I'm showing doesn't have and yes, I'm saving every water fountain because I don't want to have to do this all over again.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
But every the video I'm watching doesn't have this desaturated stuff, so I think it's just a glitch going on.
Oh,
the Hawker is not chasing us right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, cause I was like, oh boy, I mean, the demon ain't even chasing me.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird, but okay.
Yeah, we're at a point in the story to where I think that the Hawker is not an issue to worry about.
Good, because Lord Jesus, he was freaking me out. I do not want to go to work tomorrow. I want to be here streaming.
I don't want to go to work tomorrow either, but I gotta make it happen. I make 2 more days, then I'm off for like 2 days.
You lucky.
I mean, it would be 3 days, but I gotta come in for some overtime just to try to get myself even further ahead.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That's a problem with getting older. Is that you basically have to make all these decisions to make yourself as financially secure as you can. And these big companies and shit don't want to pay you worth your time.
This is why I said I need this to do its thing.
Where the heck?
So we can start doing what we need to do.
Okay, so where is this going?
Because I keep mentioning this every time, but I'm saying I am dead serious about this. I'm not playing around with this streaming stuff. We're trying to make this a lifestyle job, but I'm dead serious. I'm trying to put blood, sweat, and tears in this thing. It is not a game.
No, wrong way. Okay, so I gotta go over here. Now this one I'm not certain if this is the second one you can get or if you have to come back for this one.
Yeah.
Let me see here, because I know we have to. So I think we have to like roll through here.
Yeah.
So this is where where we're at when the guy chases us, and then we have to kind of go through. Okay, so let me see here, because this might be one of the ones I've already got. Because I'm looking at that health bar, I think there's only like 2 more I need to get.
Yeah.
My brothers.
Don't let me. I'm just gonna go ahead and just slit your throat.
Yeah. Cause you know how people say like they try to like do stuff for a hobby. This is not a hobby for me.
Yeah.
This is a lifestyle job. Where I want us to have our own hours, be our own boss or whatever.
Let's see here. Jump and stuff. Okay. Make sure I get this right.
Oh, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks. He was saying that he was saying he can post like our little like live links and everything, Twitch streaming links on his stories and everything.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
Like he did with old boy, the one we follow. I don't appreciate it. Yeah, because like we said when we first started this, eventually this will evolve. Especially with the cam and everything. I would say green screen. The only thing is it is hot with a green screen.
It is?
Yes, because here's why. When you're using green screen, and some people don't know this, no lie, you have to light your green screen.
Oh, you have to light it?
Yeah, you have to light it because I'm telling you, it like whatever you're trying to put into the green screen will not come out good.
Why not blue screen it?
We could try that, but I think it's the same way with the green screen thing. Like you have to light it good because it's almost like you're doing the same thing with filming. Like you have to light it. You have to everything has to be lit correctly.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's way better than being there at the trust. Yeah, cause me and Brad had talked like I think before we started doing this, we talked about this doing our podcast, and the first couple of weeks of doing this streaming, we had already said we want to get to a point where we want to make this our lifestyle job, be our own bosses, have our own schedules, and be able to take a week trip or something like that. I forgot what.
Just be able to record so people have stuff to watch in the interim. We can just take a couple of weeks off if we really need to.
Because
you can't get burnt out doing this, but you gotta pace yourself.
Yeah.
That's the problem a lot of people don't run into.
Yeah.
And given the way things have gone with the with regards to the creator space, you gotta have other ways of monetizing. It's like if this is like your only way of monetizing, yeah, I can see yourself getting burned out if you don't like legitimately enjoy what you do, if you're not like stupid successful with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
And I'll tell you, and I've been saying this, I enjoy coming over and doing this every single day more than going to work.
It's relaxing, that's for damn certain.
Yeah, it's relaxing, but I don't see it as a job. But we're trying to make it a lifestyle job. It's a bit between a job and a lifestyle job.
Okay, so we'll go through here.
And we did say we want to get to a point where we don't have to look at our bank accounts and worry about a bill. Like you know how like some people like the middle class the middle class people like we are, and you know how they always like worry about a bill coming up.
Yep.
We're trying to get to a point where we don't have to worry about that. Like Like,
yeah, living paycheck to paycheck is not fun.
No, that life, I can't do it. This is why when people ask me, why are you so busy? Why are you doing this? Because I know where I want to be at, and this is not it.
Let's see here.
Like, this 9-to-5 job, I can't do it no more. This streaming, I'd rather do this for the rest of my life. I'm being dead serious.
So I'm gonna get over to here. Now, I think we're coming to one of the ones I've already collected.
Overall?
Yes, I think so. Because now what's going on is I believe I'm just going through the game as it was intended for the most part to get to where I need to get to.
Nice. Okay.
Now again, I am following the guide. Just to kind of streamline this a little bit here. Go down.
Yeah. But boy, yeah, because I told Brad that. Like,
Okay, yeah, we're coming to one I've already gotten. I'm going to show it off just so everybody's on the same page where I am.
All right.
And if it's the one that I think it is, If it's the one that I think it is, it's one that I believe I did go back for on the last stream we did. Yes, it's the one that we went through on the last stream we did. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to get to it. I'm not gonna do the entire rigmarole, but I want to show you where it is and tell you what you gotta do to get to it and how it's gonna work. But yeah, this is one of the ones I believe I've already got. And if I'm correct, I should go into this thing. Yeah, this one. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you want to hit this button.
Okay.
And you want to slow down time.
Okay.
Then you're gonna run up these stairs.
Okay.
And then you're going to roll under this.
Oh wow.
And as you can see, the traps are not activated because I've already done it.
Wow. Okay.
And they get it back out again. I believe you just.
Oh, you press that button and you do like the roll and everything.
Yeah.
And
there you go. So that's another one. So we already got that one.
Okay, interesting. Well, Blackboard, let me say this. So, with the comment thing, because I remember you talking about this. If you're passionate about doing it, do it. I'll put it to you this way. The worst thing you could ever do is live in regret.
Go back to Central Hall.
And not even try to make this your job or your passion job. Let me put it that way. I would say be consistent and still do it. It does not matter if you don't get paid now.
I've been doing YouTube for 5 years now. I have not cracked 100 subscribers. I have not got paid once for it.
Yeah.
I still do it because one day it might pay off, and it's just cathartic.
Yeah.
Granted, I haven't posted to the main channel in almost a year now, even though I got the videos ready to go. But there you go.
Yeah. Cause like I said, that is our end goal, to make this a lifestyle job. But before that happens, we have already gotten that mindset, and at the point where we're making this happen, cause we're so consistent with it. And we got a set schedule, and we have the games we want to play, and then stream it and everything, and then we sometimes offline discuss as far as how do we want to make certain things better each time, or up, I guess level up each time, if you get what I'm saying. So, but the main thing is we both said this. We have fun doing this. Our jobs that we're working at now, we don't enjoy.
It's important to enjoy what you do, because if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah. Because I've already said, if we do this every single day, it's not a job to me. It's not.
Is that it? All of them dead? Okay. Good.
Nice. This wouldn't be a job to me. If we did with more hours, this would not. It still wouldn't be a job to me, because I have so much fun with this, with doing it with him, and us doing this every on Thursdays, Saturdays, and Mondays and Tuesdays, that it's the fun is overtaking the logical aspect of looking at it as a job, which is not to me. Because my vision is so big for movies too. Because I love story, character development, everything. Okay? Keep doing what you're doing, man.
It's important to remember that that when it comes to movies and stuff, it's not about the spectacle.
Yeah.
If you want movies to last, it's about giving them something to chew on after the movie's over.
Yeah.
Now, I think this one's another one that we've already done. Now, going back to the last one that we just did, that one you could have gotten immediately afterwards. So I think,
for real?
Yeah. So this one is, so that one. So when you first get done fighting a homegirl,
yeah,
and you get that one, you have to pull that thing, that statue to get to the back, and then that second one that I just showed you guys where it was,
yeah,
you could got those back to back. This one's another one you could get that you could get immediately, like as soon as you get to this spot too. I think I've already gotten it. Again, I will be showing off how to get there again, just to make things a little bit easier on everybody.
Sounds good to me.
So what you want to do is you want to orient the mechanical tower to let me see if I got this right. I think you want to orient this to go left. I want to say, right? Yeah. So yeah, you want to orient this right here.
Okay.
And then what you want to do, if this is one I think is, you gotta. Yeah, this was one I think I found by accident without the use of a guide.
Wow.
So no, this one I actually didn't.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah, so this one I actually found naturally, just through my natural curiosity. You're gonna go through here, jump over here, and I think you gotta wall run again over here. You gotta go up. So this one I want to say that we've gotten, but just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna do it again. And again, I think this one you could get immediately after, because what happens is you're going to be given the serpent sword, which gives you access to this. And if my memory serves correct. Because yeah, the serpent sword basically gives you, it basically activates the mechanical tower that lets you get to these areas.
Yeah.
Alright, this is a wall jump. Wall jump kind of thing. Parkour. Okay. Do that, but luckily I got a decent amount of health and we're not going to be dealing with too many terrible enemies right now. Okay, and up we go.
Oh, hey, bro, hey, look. Don't apologize. I get it, bro. You're tired and everything. Get some rest. But yeah, man, we appreciate you coming in, man. Listen to our conversation and the stream too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, we'll be back here tomorrow as well, and Monday and Tuesday. So, all right, man. You have a nice night, man. Get some rest.
All right, peace out, man. Save again.
You doing good.
Okay. I want to try to get all of these tonight. Granted, the video only is a half hour long, but the guy speeds it up at certain points, so we'll see. So I think. You basically gotta go down here. I don't have to skip that and okay, so I gotta go here. So this might be another one that we've already gotten.
For real?
Yes. Again, there's not that many left to get. Again, yeah, we're looking at maybe two. Maybe two left to get. I don't have to fight this guy, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Excuse me.
That is one bit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What bit creature we put that way?
I'm still not certain what it actually is. I'm going to assume it's like some kind of golem.
Either way, it's still ugly.
Look at that, the scorpion sword basically killed him in one cycle.
Jesus, that was quick.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the last sword that you had, I don't know what sword that was, but
it's a serpent sword. It took it took.
Yes, it took you forever, my dude. I was like, Jesus.
Get some of these sand things here. That. Okay, and then I think I gotta do. This.
Yeah, here's how confident I am in us in this channel. I can see us having doing interviews with people from PlayStation.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
I'm really that confident.
This right here and go. Let me take a go to the library and then go to the prison. Okay. So now we're back here.
It's crazy to me how these structural buildings and whatever are created like this. I'm just like, yo, somebody must have took the time out of these years to create these structural walls and everything, mechanisms. I'm like, how do you do that?
A lot of crack, probably.
Yeah, because ain't no way. Ain't no way you do this sober. Oh, and Apple, stop charging $1,000, $2,000 for phones that don't last more than a year.
Yeah,
Stop.
At that point, you're just paying for a name.
Yeah, stop that.
Okay, this. Have I actually gotten this?
Like, that's ridiculous. Like, the phone I got now, like the phone I got now, I'm keeping to the end to this thing go black.
Let's see here. Early. Okay, this one I haven't gotten yet. So basically, I have to. So this is going to be the hang up for this one apparently.
Okay.
From my understanding, what he guys says is that you have to. The wall run and the release early. Okay.
There's no way I can do this. There's no way I can do this parkour stuff. Mm-mm.
Okay. And then.
I'd have to go deep sea diving than do this.
You know, it's more dangerous.
Wait a minute, that's more dangerous than doing this?
Yes, it is.
Get out of here. You serious?
Because deep sea diving, if you do it wrong, you run the risk of having air pockets form.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I forgot about that. Yeah,
you
right.
can also run the risk of going deep enough that the water pressure actually crushes you in an instant.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
I mean, if you're gonna go diving off like barrier reefs and stuff. There's no chance of any of that happening. Like, I would love to go. Like, you ever see all those videos of people going diving like reefs and like crystal clear water?
Yeah,
like
no.
That I would do.
No, yeah. That's what I actually mean. That's what I want to do.
Oh, let's be like scuba diving.
Yeah, well, scuba diving, whatever it is. But I will make sure I'm with the instructor though too, because I'm not going to like that couple in that movie.
What movie?
Open Water.
Finish him.
Oh, so basically what happened was They went scuba diving with the tour guide and the rest of the people that joined in on the tour. What ended up happening was they went underwater it just in a small area with the tour guide. I guess they briefly went into like a further away a little bit, not too far. But when they came back up, the tour guide and the rest of the people on the tour, they were already gone.
Oh boy.
And then to make it worse, both of them are still in the middle of the water all night. And there's sharks swimming around them.
Okay, so this one I think we've already gotten.
We have?
Yeah.
You don't honestly believe you can.
Where did she come from?
She dropped. She dropped and...
You don't honestly believe you can.
She dropped like an egg on a biscuit.
You call yourself a master swordsman?
Cut. Talk shit, get hit.
You get hit like a bucket of cream of wheat.
Yeah, so this one I believe we've done. If this one I think it is, yeah, this is the one that I actually did on my way here.
Oh.
If my move says quit and follow carefully.
So then we had so then you have 2 left, right?
Yeah, I got 2 left.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That's fine. It's
Tell
a
me
long
when you're
week.
going to be ready to fight.
And we are going to pretty late at night. Eventually, we'll probably end up doing this because what I'm thinking is probably going to end up happening for us. Because I know you do your own streams on your own channel. This will probably be like kind of like an event stream, whereas like we do our own streams throughout the day and have our own schedules, and then we kind of come together on these nights to do this.
Yeah, but I'm still keeping this as that.
Jesus Christ, woman, will you calm it the fuck down?
Yeah, she on that cocaine. But I'm still making this the top priority though. Don't get me wrong, cause as far as like my other channel, bro, I haven't even touched that. My bad. I haven't even touched that channel barely.
I saw the thing on. Okay. So I'm gonna follow carefully. So I'm going through here. Oh no, he's doing a different one.
Yo, my focus has been on this channel the whole entire time we started. So.
Man, he's going a different way. So
like
this might not be one I actually got yet.
I brought this mic, and then I got to buy like 2 more things for us.
Okay, so.
Attack him first! I will finish him after!
No thank you. No thanks, people. I don't really care.
This is hilarious. Oh yeah, but no. I'm not tired from this. I'm just tired from my main job.
That's what I mean. It's like you work 10 hours a day and you got to come back to this.
No,
not
but
come back to this, but then you got to like
Yeah, no, but I'm fine with doing it. That's what I'm saying. I'm put like I said. I give that job only 5% of my energy. I give this 90% of my energy. So I'm willing to go through the mud to get this up and running. I don't care. Yeah, you doing good. So you're fine. But no, I'm willing to go through the mud to get this up and running. I don't care if we gotta do more hours, like I said before. I don't care. I'm fine with that.
I'm not here. I'm in the right spot. So that means, yeah. Okay, so never mind. I think this one I see is one that I already got.
Jesus.
Maybe. No, wait. He's doing something else. Okay, no, I don't think I got this one.
Oh, tomorrow's Friday. Wow.
Yeah, tomorrow is Friday.
Well, I forgot about that. And they still need to approve my hours I put in when I put in for Wednesday or Thursday. believe it was Thursday. We gotta talk to him tomorrow. Oh jeez.
Just enough
That time about to run out. Did you?
Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh no, this one I think I already got. I think I already got. So I gotta go up this. No, wait. This is the obstacle course, no, I haven't got it yet. Okay.
So what you're doing now, is this part of the main mission? I'm sorry, the main storyline, or is it just like side missions?
Technically, it's a side mission.
Okay.
Technically, it's a side mission. If you don't care about getting the best ending, you don't have to do this.
Oh, okay. That's the only reason why I was because I that's how I felt when you were playing. So that's more. Hold on, this feels more like a side mission we're doing today.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, interesting.
I messed that up. Okay. I see the sliding blades of death are still a thing. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? So that one stays stationary, those move. Those me. Up the stairs. Okay. I think you can see that one. There it is. Okay, so yeah, this one I haven't gotten yet.
Okay.
Alright. So if I'm looking at this right, there should be one more left to get. And this one again, this is actually in the area where you get this scorpion sword.
Yeah.
And this one is, looking at his counter, this would be, well, the guy says it's his fourth counter, but this would be the third one you could get.
Okay. Interesting.
No, not the one you can get. My bad. There's a few beforehand that you can get before you get to here. Okay, so what's gonna end up happening is that when I get back around to working on my main channel again, that'll be later on down the line when like all of this scheduling shit gets where we need it to get to.
Yeah.
There will be a War Within walkthrough, and I will be doing this in the order, and people can follow along with that one.
Gotcha.
But that'll be later on down the road. I'm not worried about that right now. So basically, I gotta go back up. The way I came, cause I know where another one is. I just don't know how to get to it. And looking at that life counter, yeah, there's 2 more left. Okay, I thought I had 2 more. No, I had 3 more left. So now there's 2 left to get.
How can you tell if you got 2 more, 3 more? How can you tell?
What I basically do is I know that there's 9 total.
Okay.
And each one gives a certain segment of the bar. So beforehand, you see where the bar is right there.
Yeah.
The next one we're gonna get is gonna get just barely to the end.
Okay.
And that's how I tell.
Interesting.
Let's see here. Nope, that ain't the way up. Where's the way up? Ah, here's the way up. Okay.
I don't know why I want some pears.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I know as a Whovian, I shouldn't be saying that because the doctor does not like pears, but I like pears.
Oh, for real? Your doctor don't like pears?
If you watch Doctor Who, the doctor doesn't like pears.
Okay.
That's the running gag for the fictional character, that he doesn't like pears.
Oh, okay.
Something about the texture. It has like a running gag for like the whole part of like. It was a solid 8 to 9 year gag.
Oh, well, okay.
And they didn't pay off on it, or at the very least they didn't elaborate on it until like, let's see. And honestly, what I think it is, I don't even think it was like a legit like thing they wrote into the series. Like it was in the reboot series.
Yeah.
In the reboot series, started with Christopher Eccleston. He was Doctor Number 9. And then we had David Tennant, who was Doctor Number 10. 10 for Tennant. And where I think the gag started was that there was an episode where David's doctor has to basically pretend he's human. And to do that, he has to lock his doctor-y essence away as like a stopwatch.
Yeah.
And what he does is, before he does that, he leaves a set of instructions for his companion. And he has to basically fill space, because even if they're not, even if the audio's not being played, there's people, the audience still going to see the video going on.
Yeah.
So they released the video that he did, and he has him saying the initial line. And then he goes, okay, so now I gotta fill space, so the next 3 minutes are gonna be me making weird noises, such as yiki taki taki taki, you can't do that.
What in the world?
So he basically improv for like a solid like 2 minutes. And in that improv, I think he says, I don't like pears. And that's where the gag comes from. Okay, and then Dr. Tennant, and David Tennant's like he's the doctor for like a solid. I think it started like 2002 to like 2007, I want to say. And then Matt Smith took over him. He was from 7 to 2007 to 2013, and then Peter Capaldi took over after that, and he was the doctor for a while too.
I've never even seen Doctor Who.
It's gonna be on Disney Plus, so we'll be watching it soon.
Run while escape is still an option.
And this is not a game. The reason I never even watched it because it was never on my radar.
I don't blame you. It's actually a pretty good series. It's mostly a horror show now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and it's weird because if you know his origins, you know that the original creator didn't want it to be a sci-fi about aliens. He has intended to be like kind of like a Bill Nye the Science Guy, kind of like science show that taught kids about science and whatnot.
Wow.
And the woman who got the rights to make it a show said, how about we actually, do the thing you don't want to do? And it became the most popular thing in British television history. That was one of the longest running sci-fi shows ever. And it gradually turned into, I think it's just because of how British people do their humor and whatnot, but it gradually turned into basically like a horror show. Like, there are more horrifying elements in there than I see in most, like, horror movies.
Oh, wow.
Like, there are things that legit scare the hell out of me.
I believe that.
Okay, so now that he's dead, sorry this is boring, guys, but again, just trying to get the trying to get the best ending, because I know that the main ending, that this secret ending is what the next game plays off of. You good, man?
I'm good. I am perfect. I was trying to think of what I was going to say next, but I could not think, because my brain was like completely like listening to what you were saying, and like the other half is just like.
Well, here's a question for you that I think would be interesting.
What?
What do you find is harder to do as a creator, as a film director? To create a comic, create a horror movie, to create a science fiction or a fantasy?
Horror. I feel like, because most people stick with that same trope where it's just mainly jump scares, and people don't try to take it to the next level of trying to go beyond that and apply certain other factors that could make the audience feel scared in a way. So what I mean is, look at Hereditary, that movie. That movie scared the shit out of me. And that was a different type of horror movie that I really loved, and really made me really think something that could actually happen. because they applied different elements where like this could actually happen in real life, and that was the scary part.
Look at where it turned at the movie where it turns out like the big plot was that they were trying to turn the guy into like a host for like their god or some crap like that.
Yeah.
If it's a fight you want.
But it sounds stupid, but I'm telling you, like the logic behind it, it actually was really genius. It was really genius.
So you feel that between the three, fantasy, science fiction, and horror is the harder one to...
Yeah, I really feel like it is. I really feel like it because I think with sci-fi fantasy, it's a challenge, but it's not as hard on as horror is. I feel like with fantasy, you can think of anything. Like it could be crazy as hell, and it could probably work.
Well, I will give you this counter to that argument.
Okay.
When it comes to fantasy, fantasy always has the element of magic in it, and your magic system has to make sense because if it doesn't, it breaks the world.
Okay.
So, for instance, right? One thing about let's use
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter and Star Wars, and Star Wars is a science fantasy. So Harry Potter's magic makes sense. For the most part, you actually understand how magic works and different levels of magic. So
Correct.
For instance, novices and people who are not good at magic have to use wands in order to conjure magic, right?
Yes.
But then you have instances where you have like Dumbledore or Professor Lupin just doing magic with their hands, no wands whatsoever.
Yes, correct. Yes.
And it shows a high level of mastery. You also know that you have to cast a spell using your I think you have to imagine the spell, and then you have to use proper hand gestures.
Yes.
And the proper incantation. Your wand also has to be in working order, or else the spell can backfire on you. So you understand the stakes of the spell going wrong, and definitely you can get a spell wrong. You also understand how potions and whatnot work.
Yes.
However, let's move over here. However, you then have the time turner, which is basically a get out of jail free card, where depending on how far you turn it back, you can ostensibly get away with anything. Give me a second. I gotta see this here. So where fantasy is depending on how you go about it. Yes, it can be easy, but depending on what kind of fantasy you do, you can easily break your world in two. So I feel like the world building has to be on point. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a world of trouble.
Let me ask you this: well, Avatar, wouldn't you consider that sci-fi fantasy?
Which one? The blue people or
yeah,
the
no. Oh no, blue people.
That's a science fiction.
That's science fiction.
That's science fiction, because I've not seen Shape of Water. I've only seen the first one.
Yeah.
There is no magic in there. What you're seeing is the biological process of this world, of this alien world.
Yeah.
And it's beyond our comprehension to understand because of we just haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah. But my thing is, I feel like there's no way in hell that nobody could have thought of that. I'm saying like just sit down and say, you know what, I want to create a world with blue people fighting humans in robotic suits. That's something crazy as hell. If somebody was to present that to a CEO or producer of that company, whatever.
Well, that's what science fiction is. Science fiction is basically taking concepts. So how science fiction works for us, the idea is we don't know what we don't know.
Okay.
And it's, okay, let's take some similar concepts and let's look at what we know via science and create what worlds we can based around that. So a science fiction can also be hard to break. Can also get right because you did have to make sure that your science makes sense. So one big criticism, yes, you can't just make a science fiction. It's not that easy to do because again you have to make sure that your world makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Science fiction is almost always more inherently based in reality than any other than anything else. Like even a drama can have a. Come on, lady. Give me a second here. It's hard to explain, but when you're basically making up a whole new world with a whole new set of rules, you gotta make sure that your rules make sense. And if you decide to base your rules in some form of reality, then you extra hardcore have to make sure it makes sense. So science fiction, yeah, sure, Shape of Water, Avatar, crazy wall concept, but at the same time, there was the central conflict from the first movie got called out for being not that interesting.
Yeah. I just don't think horror is easy to make. I think it's very difficult because the reason I say because there have been movies that were horror films I got bored of because they were the same as that trope thing, and it didn't change. Nothing was different until I saw Hereditary and well, actually that's considered psychological thriller, but Shutter Island.
Do not disappoint me.
So depending on where I'm at here, because I think I saved after getting that token.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Okay, yeah. So we got a little bit more time. I'm gonna try to get all of these tonight. If not, we can just finish them up tomorrow because there's not that many left.
Yeah, man, it's fine.
Okay, yeah. It looks like okay. So I did indeed save.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think horror, in your opinion, is easy to make?
To be honest with you...
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
Because from what I have seen, and it's just me personally, the current trend nowadays is if you want to get your foot in the door, make a horror film, because you don't have to put a whole lot of budget into it. Yeah, you got to put a lot into the costume and effects, but for the most part, horror doesn't have a high barrier for entry. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, people!
Yeah, I see that. That's a crazy point. But that's my issue right there. It's that it's if I keep saying it's a trend. I'm saying people are not willing to go outside the box and not try something new instead of sticking to that trend.
Well, I would argue in that instance that it's less in terms of that what your issue is less in terms that it's actually you right?
Yeah, I was coughing, yeah.
Okay. Thought something that broke back there.
Oh no.
It is from what I'm gathering, at least this is just my interpretation of what you're saying, is that your problem isn't so much, or at the very least, you're confusing the difficulty of crafting a film with whether or not the film itself is original.
Yeah,
and that's a story, and that's actually a conversation worth having.
Yeah.
For instance, Star Trek. Star Trek is
sci-fi.
It's pure hard sci-fi. You it's very hard to do. If you did anything fantastical in Star Trek, it would stick out like a sore thumb, and it would immediately break its world. Yeah. Same thing with actually Doctor Who to a degree. Doctor Who dipped into doing some fantastical elements during a couple of times actually, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
No. Star Wars is a science fantasy, so you get to kind of have your cake and eat it too. Yeah. But at the same time, you gotta be careful because again, one thing that Disney has gotten wrong consistently with their Star Wars rendition is that they turned the Force into a superpower.
Yeah, exactly, and it was never that. It was
a metaphor.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Put it like this. You know they fundamentally misunderstood the concept when they decided that of all the characters from Rogue One to get an original series, they chose Cassian Andor and not Chirrut Imwe.
Yeah.
Shuriken Weave, for those of you who don't know, he is a character in Rogue One who is a blind Asian man.
Yep.
And he sees with the Force, but he's not a Force user. He's not a Jedi. He is just someone who believes in the Force so completely that nothing you could do could ever shake his faith in it.
Gotcha.
He's able to basically fight stormtroopers, dodge lasers. He's able to basically almost save the day. Like basically, if it wasn't for his faith in the Force, arguably the climax of Rogue One could not happen. But again, he's not a Jedi. What happened with Star Wars recently is that now they turned it into superpower where basically they're trying to say like, anyone can use it, and that's the thing. And that's a misconception that even OG Star Wars fans get wrong all the time. Is they never once said, and even Yoda said in Episode 5, he never once said that not every that only certain people can use the Force. Yoda has mentioned multiple times, anyone can use it, but not everyone can use it the way a Jedi or a Sith can.
Yeah.
Because not everyone believes in it that completely.
Correct. And there's another thing I want to ask you too with Doctor Who. I mean, I never seen it. Do you think, in your opinion, it only got famous because it was in the UK? As far as that was mainly in the UK.
No.
You don't?
Why Doctor Who got famous, in my opinion, this is just off of what I'm saying, is that what happened with, at least with the reboot, and even to some degree the older series, they would have entire 4 or 5 episode long arcs, where there was an entire mystery element going on, and it basically encouraged the audience to pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
At high stakes, a lot, it wasn't just the Doctor's gonna win, obviously. No, there were times you legit didn't know if he was gonna get out of that alive or not.
Yeah.
And then the horror elements were so visceral to the point where it could legitimately traumatize somebody.
Yeah, I just feel like for me, as a audience member first before a director, I feel like if you cannot pull me in the first 5 seconds, I will lose interest real quick. Either that or the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes.
Yeah, five seconds. I'm not gonna knock you for that one, but I will say that is a bit stringent.
Sure. I'm sorry, not 5 seconds, I meant 5 minutes. If you cannot pull me in the first 5 minutes, I will lose interest.
Isn't that a rule of movies though, that you have to get them in the first 5 minutes?
I think people have changed it. I don't know if it's I don't know if they changed it or not, but some people have been changing it, I believe. But I just there's been a lot of movies that have not piqued my interest. I know I'm gonna get flagged for this. Wakanda Forever. It did not pique my interest. I had to sit for months. When that movie came out, probably the month after, after that movie came out, I had a process. My friend asked me, "What did you think of the movie?" I said, "I'm not sure yet. I can't give you an answer yet because I didn't know how to feel about the movie."
I'll give you that. There are some movies that are just straight like that.
And what's crazy is I watched Avatar 2 3 times.
Yeah.
And I talked more times about Avatar than I did Wakanda Forever. It's just, I feel like visually on the aspect level for Wakanda Forever, it was good. Storytelling was not good for me. And it just lost me. Whereas with Tokyo Ghoul, their visuals and their storytelling was way better than Wakanda Forever. Way better. Jesus.
I'm not fucking around anymore.
Oh my Lord, Jesus.
And they're still not dead. Jesus Christ. Okay.
How are they not dead?
Probably because I didn't give the or I didn't use the thing properly.
Gotcha. But yeah, that's like I said. There's movies that pique my interest, and I don't know. There's some that I just don't have no interest in seeing, because it's just if you just can't pull me in, I'm not gonna be interested. I'm not. And see, this is another thing I don't understand too. There have been movies I've never even heard of that have been independent films that have won awards, and I've never understood why. Because the reason I said because there have been trailers for those independent films that never piqued my interest.
What it is that is to give okay. So the idea behind a lot of that is. Jesus Christ. Okay, so the idea behind that is that there are a lot of people in the audience, and why people don't care for the Oscars or even to some extent the Emmys anymore.
Yeah,
is that it feels like
it's rigged.
A lot of the awards. It's not even that it's rigged, it's that they intentionally pick something that is contrary to what is popular to make them seem like they're smarter than the audience.
Correct, yes.
And I will say this, there are some instances where the audience makes picks, I'm just like, what the fuck were you guys thinking about?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, put it like this. The first time that people called it out was with Batman: The Dark Knight. That was a very good movie, very well put together, very tightly filmed. It was legitimately good, but because it was a comic book movie, it got snubbed at the Oscars.
Yeah.
And wrongfully so.
True.
Attack him! Do not let him escape!
Why do you bother?
Yeah, because there was like independent films or independent movies I've never even heard of that got awards. I'm like, how?
And it's to throw these guys a bone. I understand. I'm not gonna knock them for at least acknowledging the efforts of an indie film. But again, this is going on. This is for me, not the fuck. Okay, this is just me going off of having not watched a lot of indie films. But again, it's throwing them a bone, making sure that it's like, okay, you guys like the indie scene does have merit. It can, attract attention. But then you have to then there's the actual film itself, and some people are just wondering like, what was this, And what happens is, I feel like what it is that these guys, their job is to essentially review movies all the time, and when they see what they feel is the same thing over and over and over again, the moment something different comes out, they're like, oh, this is automatically good.
Wow. Nah, I can't do that. I would like if this movie I haven't looked at or seen because of its genre and the nature of the movie. I have to watch it at least twice to understand it. Now, after I watched it twice, I will have to digest and sit down for a couple hours and analyze mentally and see from my perspective, is this a good movie? Does it check off like the answer that I got? Does it check off the answers I need to answer for my questions? And
I would argue with that if the movie makes you do that, it's not a good movie.
Yeah. That's
me personally. If you have to watch it. For me personally, a movie that makes me watch it a second time, it should be because I'm interested in the movie to try to find out more about it. It's not because I have to watch second time to get what's going on. It's like I should be able to understand or at least grasp what you're trying to do on the first viewing. Even if I don't understand what's going on, I should be able to grasp like the general idea, and it should intrigue me enough to want to come back. If you do that, I think you made a good movie. But if you don't do that and your whole thing is like, I'm just going to be as needlessly obtuse as I can to trick you into thinking that I'm being smart, you're making a bad movie.
Yeah, exactly. And I just feel like, see, and this is how I feel about Christopher Nolan films, with the exception of the Batman movie. So let me not put those in the category. I made the other movies that he's made.
Interstellar and...
Yeah, like,
we made like 2 after that, right?
Yes. That movie, yeah, actually... Thank you for bringing that movie up particularly. It's visually stunning, but I don't understand what the hell's going on in this movie. I've seen that movie at least 1.5 times, and I still don't understand it. And
that's a common thing I've noticed with Interstellar. Like, no one knows what's going on with it. I know that he got to work with Neil deGrasse Tyson because he wanted to have like as accurate as he could science fiction. Like you want like the science to be 100% real or research and that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, I get where you're coming from with that, but at the same time, it's like science changes all the time. And Neil deGrasse Tyson, as much as I recommend scientist, he's just one scientist, you know.
Yeah, but it's just like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think what it is with Christopher Nolan films is how realistic they feel, as opposed to whether or not they make any kind of sense.
Yeah, but yeah, because it's just like the movies that he's done doesn't make any sense to me. Now, don't get me wrong. I have the Batman movies and I have Tenet, because with Tenet it was visually
Inception was another one I think he did.
Yes, and I didn't understand that shit either. With Tenet, it was visually stunning and the cinematography was amazing. But I've watched that movie 3 or 4 times and I still don't understand it. Like, I don't understand. I understand some parts, but not to the degree of where I'm like, I could explain to you what that movie's about. I can't, because I still don't understand what's going on. But yes, with Inception, I checked the fuck out. I did not watch that whole damn movie. I checked the fuck out. That movie was so horrible. I'm like, bruh.
You're the first person I've ever met who actually said that they didn't like that movie. I've never seen. Now again, I've not seen it. I've not seen Inception, but everyone is like, Inception's the greatest movie forever.
No.
And I think what it is that it's just his spectacle sense.
Yeah, y'all saying that, I'm sorry, but y'all kissing that man's ass. There's no way in hell you're gonna sit and tell me that movie Inception was the best damn movie in the world. No, it's not. It made no damn sense whatsoever. Like, it was like he would have to make a sequel just to explain what the first movie's about.
Well, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. And I don't understand it.
I think at this point, I think Nolan has become a director who doesn't like doing sequels.
Yeah, but he's turning into like Michael Bay, and I hate Michael Bay. What he's doing is somewhere where like he's always making these high-end cinematic movies, but they don't make any sense. The same with Michael Bay. He makes these shitty movies, and I still don't understand how he's still getting paid for fucking making damn horrible ass movies.
Because his movies, whether you like them or not, do actually make bank at the box office.
How?
Because people like popcorn films.
I don't. It is shitty. It's because of Michael Bay. I hate popcorn movies. I hate it.
Well, again, he's redefined what a popcorn movie can be.
But they're shit.
I mean, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like whether you like it or not, like he redefined what a popcorn movie is, and people like a good popcorn movie. Like, not everybody wants to have a
Yo, what's good, ASAP?
What's up, man? But it's like not everybody wants to have like a hardcore, challenging mental experience. Sometimes you just want to have a dumb, fun movie.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
And
just ask for higher quality popcorn. You don't want the popcorn to be saggy.
Yeah, no, but his movies like, and I can't believe I've actually sat down and watched this whole damn movie. It was hard to get through. He made this movie with the guy that played Black Mantis on Aquaman with Jason Momoa and Jake Gyllenhaal. The movie was called Ambulance. It was the worst damn movie he has ever made. And behind the scenes, the shit that came out of his mouth, he was so confident what he was saying. He was saying, well, we use a drone to make you feel immersed. There was nothing immersed about that.
I can guarantee you, if he used a drone, it wasn't because he wanted to make you feel immersed. He just thought it was a novel concept.
That's what I'm saying. It had like, Brad. I'm saying, like, there was a scene where the drone went down a building and then it cut to a stabilizer scene. I'm like, how does that make me feel immersed? In what way did that make me feel immersed? How? That movie, that war movie, 1917, made me feel more immersed than his shit.
What was 1917 again?
1917 was that one-take war movie where you had the two guys sending a message to one of the soldiers' brothers to let them know they're about to go into a trap from the enemy. And the whole entire time throughout the whole movie, it's a one-take movie. And it's
now, is it an actual one-take movie, or does it give the illusion of a one-take movie?
Well, I mean,
there are movies that do that.
Whatever. It gives the illusion of one take, but it is shot very well. And that to me was immersive, because I actually felt like I was on a journey with these two. This is not a game compared to Michael Bay's Transformers shitty franchise, to Ambulance shitty movie, to still to this day his other movie that he made with Ryan Reynolds, Underground 6. I've never seen. I could not finish that movie. Do you know how many times it took me just to get past the first scene?
I'm going to just do like 5.
No, 12.
Oh wow. Oh by the way, this one's about to do another live token. I know we've already done this one. As to show where it is, just for reference sake.
All right.
Anyway, as you're saying,
it took me 12 times just to get past the first scene. 12 times, and I have not. And I still this 2023. I have not finished that movie either.
Yeah, I don't watch Michael Bay movies.
I don't either.
Like, at all.
It is atrocious.
Like, I might still pop in Bad Boys 1 and 2. But
now, see, that's something I'll watch. That's the only thing I will watch from him. Is the Bad Boys films.
And I think it's because it was before he got really big, so he wasn't like full blown asshole mode yet.
Yeah, but
where he's like, I can pick and choose, like the kind of like I can make movies that are basically just pornography for me.
Yeah, but the way that he shot Bad Boys 2, that felt immersive. I understood why he put the cameras in that scene. That made sense. But when you keep putting these shaky camera shit, that is annoying. Like, that makes me feel like I'm on I'm having PTSD. And
okay, just gonna touch off here real quick.
Yeah.
So right here, where I got this whole section, that's the obstacle course to get to the next life token.
Oh, okay.
And again, this one is after you get the Scorpion Blade, so you'll know when you get to the area.
Okay.
Anyway, continue, please. You're talking about immersive shooting and whatnot, Bad Boys 2?
Oh, yeah, Bad Boys 2 was immersive. I understood why he did that. Whereas his other movies were like, shit. It just did not make any sense to me.
I would not call Bad Boys 2 immersive. I call it fun.
No, what I mean, sorry. Let me spell out what I mean. Compared to his camera shots in his other movies, this felt more immersive because I understood why. Because there was that one scene in the Jamaican's house, and the way the camera went through like the different rooms, I understood why he did that in that nature. I understood that. Whereas when he's doing these other spectacle, I guess, action films, he's always doing this shaky camera shit. Why? It's not necessary. And I think this man has a fetish for blowing shit up.
Yes, he does.
Like, I've seen 50 Shades of Grey. Like, he is the Grey version of the filmmaking. Like, whenever he sees or whenever he hears explosions, like, he gets fascinated by explosions.
I think what it is less that he's fascinated by explosions and more that he films movies like he's a 15-year-old.
Yes, that's what it is. And I'm like, bruh, you a grown-ass man making shitty movies.
I mean, there's embracing your inner child, and then there's being childish.
Yeah, and that's my problem with Taika Waititi. When he did Thor Ragnarok, I appreciate that movie because we needed a sigh of relief from the seriousness of Thor, and I was fine with the funny humorous. It worked for me.
I want to be honest with you. When I saw Thor Ragnarok, and this is coming as somebody. Here's the thing, right? Thor Ragnarok was made because the first 2 Thor movies were not considered good.
Oh, of course. No, I mean, I get that.
And I'm saying as someone who liked the first Thor movie, I haven't seen the second Thor movie. With the moment I saw Ragnarok's tone, I'm like, this is going to be a bad idea. I already knew. And again, I understand people like that movie. I'm not going to knock you for liking it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces of it. But what I have seen of it, it basically confirmed what I was concerned about. What I was concerned about was that it was going to basically set a tone for the rest of the series. Because it's not so much that you made Thor lighthearted and jokey. He always was lighthearted and jokey. Is that you made a movie that was basically one long ass comedy in the middle of a series where you have like this, you build up to like this serious like moment, but you also have Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man 2. And my concern was you're basically going to take those two movies and gradually dilute the serious tone you were setting up into the rest of the franchise, and that's what ended up happening.
Yeah, because see, when he did the next one, Thor: Love and Thunder, that movie was trash. Oh my god, it was trash. Like Taika Waititi thought he could do the same thing that he did in Thor: Ragnarok and apply it in this one. No, that movie, now that should have been serious. That's a bit different. It should have been serious.
And here's what I'll say to that. This is what I'll say. This is what I will say, and I don't care how people take this. The moment you guys were okay with him making a jokey Thor, they were never going to make Thor serious again.
I mean,
the moment you signed off on that, the moment it's like if you want to have like a jokey character, there is a jokey Thor character you can have. I think his name is Beta Ray Bill, and then there's another guy.
I have no idea what that is.
It's basically this random like dinosaur guy who picks up Thor's hammer. His name is Beta Ray Bill. And then there's another guy. I forget what his name is, but he gets another. But this guy also gets another hammer for another like Mjolnir type hammer.
Yeah.
You could have brought in any one of those two to be your jokey Thor character. But you made Thor the joke.
No, I got you. No, and I can agree with that. No, I can agree with that. I just felt that. Now maybe it's just me, but I got more common sense to know the next story is not gonna be funny. Like I can separate the goofiness from seriousness. You get my point.
Yeah.
Like so, what Taika Waititi did with Thor: Love and Thunder. I know damn well if I was in his shoes, I would not have made that goofy. I would have made it serious. But he thought, again, he has that kid mindset too as well, like Michael Bay. And he thought, okay, well, since I made this one funny and goofy, and it made money, I can do the same with Thor: Love and Thunder. No.
Does Taika always do goofy movies?
Yes.
So I was going to ask that question. I'm like, is it that he does goofy movies, or is it that again? That was a movie that he basically had a character whose movies traditionally did not do well. He made one that did do well, and he's like, well, I'll just do the same thing again. But if that's just his style, then there you go.
Yeah, because he did that movie Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. Now that was good. I don't lie. It was good. It was good.
I was hoping that movie would be good.
No, it was. But again, it was goofy and funny, so he's been doing that same tactic ever since. And this is why, back to James Gunn, this is why I feel like his projects are not going to be serious. Because he's known for making funny shit.
Yeah.
Again, perfect example, Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've only seen the first one, and I have no interest in watching the other ones because I already know it's gonna be the exact same movie each time.
Yeah, and here's the funny part, and we still got to watch this too. He still got to watch that too with part of the podcast. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna be sitting there going, "What the hell were you guys thinking making this movie?" Okay, so we're going a little bit long here. If I can get to the next life token, I will, because we're over halfway through. And I don't know which ones I already got. I know there's 2 left. What we'll do is, I'm gonna, okay, give me a sec here.
No, you good?
I'm going to, okay, I messed up there. I'm supposed to go the other way. I will go until either A, I find the next life token we gotta get, or B, the next save station, and then we're gonna call it there for tonight, and then we're gonna pick it up and finish this tomorrow. And then next week, we'll probably be done with War Within / starting 2 Thrones.
On what day? What, Monday or Tuesday?
No, mine is a Thursday and Friday.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I was talking about how you said that was my next week. I was like, that's Monday and Tuesday. Okay, well, I forgot Monday, Thursday, and Friday. But okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So. And again, I don't know how close we are to the end, but I know we're getting there.
No, I know we're close to the end. I can tell we're close to the end. But yeah, I'm just not. I have no faith in James Gunn when it comes to serious films. I never see this is why I told people. I never went into his Suicide Squad movie that he did for his version as serious. I knew it was gonna be funny and dumb and stupid, so I went in there with no high expectations. But I was very entertained, and I was laughing my ass off. Again, I'm in the minority, but I'm just saying.
Oh, people didn't like his mission to Suicide Squad?
I guess not.
Because I heard it was better than the original one.
Yeah, ASAP. Yeah, we're streaming tomorrow. He's streaming Prince of Persia 2 tomorrow, and then I'm streaming my Call of Duty Cold War Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, so we're at the next save point here. We're going to go ahead and call it tonight.
Okay.
And then we're going to. I want to finish getting the live tokens tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully, do some more with the main story, and then we're going to bust it on over to then we're gonna take a break for the weekend, and then Monday and Tuesday we're gonna start up with Call of Duty. It's gonna be interesting to watch because I am not a big Call of Duty fan.
No, he's not.
I won't say I outright hate the franchise.
We just not a fan of it.
I'm not a fan of it. There are elements of its design. I'm just like, why are you guys still doing this? You haven't innovated. You haven't done anything new. Why should I keep watching?
Gotcha.
But we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for joining tonight. We went a little bit long. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I would be able to. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I thought I would have all of the health tokens within the first half hour. It's just that I underestimated how many I had gotten beforehand, and the guy that I'm following does it in order after you get the Scorpion Blade. Now, again, to kind of reiterate, the prerequisite for the way I'm doing this is you have to have gotten far enough in War Within to have the Scorpion Blade on your back. For those of you who don't know what it looks like, that's what it looks like on your back. That's the Scorpion Blade right there, the main one in the back. You get that, and you can go back through and get every single life token you missed. I'm trying to point out which ones you can get on your way through. Like for instance, we have let's see, we're about 5 deep, and only one of the life tokens I have gotten is one that you have to wait till after you get the Scorpion Blade. Every other one you could actually do as you go through the story. If I accidentally forget to point out which one is which, I'll try to correct that later on. I do have a main channel that eventually I will be doing a Prince of Persia Let's Play for, where I will get them in order for those who wants to get a more succinct way. But this is going to be like, if you want them all in one spot, you can come watch these 2 sessions and get them immediately all together, or find the videos online of them people getting the stuff. So there you go. Anyway, we will see you tomorrow 8 to 10 again.
Yep.
Deuces.
Peace.